Madiba did a lot for women in our country to drive back the chains of patriarchy, and we must never forget that. I now would like to call somebody who is very special to our country, Zahara, to perform a song and a poem for Madiba. Zahara? Okay, we have Mzwakhe Mbuli before Zahara. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nina benkayishana kamenzi yaphuza umlaza ngameva. Nina bakamzilikazi kamashwabane nina bakasoshangana. Nina bakabheja nephuma esiqibili nina belembe lenqa amanye amalebe ngokukhalipha nina bakasoshangana. Zihambile izinsizwa kusele izibongo. In 1912, the African National Congress was born. The movement of the people grew from strength to strength, from urban to rural, from rural to the farms, from the farms to the hinterlands, from the hinterlands to the valleys. The African National Congress, the oldest movement in Africa, the greatest survivor, the survivor that survived all episodes and tragedies from assassinations, imprisonment, infiltration, poisoning, trials, tribulations, banning orders, banishment, cross-border raids. 100 years of bitter struggles, 100 years of exploitation and oppression, 100 years against injustice and tyranny. The ANC for better life, the ANC for poverty alleviation, the ANC for service delivery, the ANC for total emancipation. The movement produced a time-tested leaders, the movement of the people, the movement of visionaries, visionaries that formed Umkhonto Wesizwe, the spear of the nation, the People's Army affectionately known as MK. MK unleashed telling blows to apartheid regime. We salute the first commander-in-chief of Umkhonto Wesizwe, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. We salute the first black president of a democratic South Africa. We salute Oliver Reginald Tambo. We salute the movement, the presidents of this movement, John Langalibalile Dube, Chief Albert Lutuli Madlan, Duna Sefako Mahato, Zakaria Mashobane, Josea Kumete, Pixliga Seme, Dr. Kuma, Dr. Moroka, Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, Jacob Zuma. I speak of Ahmed Kathrada, Andrew Mlangeni, Anthony Lebete. I speak of Archie Kumete, Bram Fischer, Pierre Sonoti, Billionaire. I speak of Chris Hani, Chris Tlamini, Dennis Goldberg, Dumanokwe. I speak of Yusuf Dudu. I speak of Elias Motsoaledi, Elijah Bahai, Governor Mbeki, Griffiths Mxenga. I speak of the Lion of Midlands, Harry Gwala, Jimmy Matthews, Joe Klabi, Joe Solofo, Johnny Makatini, Laluchiba. I speak of Matthew Goniwa, Sparrow Mkonto, Fort Talata. I speak of Moses Mabida, Moses Kotane, Dr. Neka, Oscar Mpeta, Archie Kumete, Raymond Mhlaba, Sol Kaplati, Bishop Trevor Huddleston. I speak of Wisile Mini, Kainga and Mkaba, Walter Sisulu, Wilton Mkwai, Z.K. Matthews. I speak of Imbogoto, Adileti Tambo, Amina Kachalia, Albertina Sisulu, Baleka Mpete, Betwayata Kowa, Charlotte Matleke, Dorothy Nyembe, Frini Jinora, Greta Ngapai, Helen Joseph, Gertrude Sope, Juni Mlangeni. I speak of Jesse Duarte Lilian Ngoi, Nomvula Mokonyana Kosasa and Tamini Zuma, Ritanzanga. I speak of Reverend Mutale Kula Chabako, Ruth Mampati, Rahima Musa, Ray Alexander, Sophie Williams, Sister Bennett Ngube. I speak of Tanti Modise, Vesta Smith, Winnie Matikisela Mandela. I speak of the young lions, Andrew Zondo, Peggy Mlangeni, Bani Mulukwane, Mtutuzi Goma, Marcus and Montimutaung, Solomon Galuti Machango, Peter Mukaba, the stalwarts, the veterans, the heroes, the reverend from Rivonia to Robben prison, from Pozumo prison to Victor Verster prison. I dedicate this poem to the heroes of our struggle. From prison to prison, Governor Mbeki was released and could not be quoted. I dedicate this poem to the stars of our struggle. From prison hospital to restrictions, Harry Gwala released both arms paralyzed and could not be quoted. I dedicate this poem to the heroes of our struggle. From Rivonia to prison, from Pozumo prison to Verster prison, Nelson Mandela's release became the swan song of the regime. dirty tricks, from delaying tactics. I dedicate this poem to the heroes of our struggle. Let me dedicate my poetic praise to the leadership of this movement, the leadership that stood the test of time, the leadership that stood the test of time. Like the baobab tree, they survived all kinds of weather. Like gold and diamond, they have gone through the fires of time. I dedicate this poem to the family units of our struggle, families that suffered, persevered, and conquered, families that have gone through degrees of hardships, families whose widows, whose husbands, whose wives become widows, while their husbands remained alive in the dungeons of hell. I dedicate this poem to the persecuted families of our struggle. From Rivonia, seconds became minutes, minutes became hours, hours became days, days became months, months became years, again years became weeks, weeks became hours. Then prison doors and gates were wide open. From Reagan administration to Thatcherism, this movement was labeled a terrorist organization. No, I call them combatants, I call them heroes, I call them veterans of our struggle. I dedicate this poem to the heroes of our struggle. My praising cannot be complete unless I dedicate my poetic praise to Comrade Oliver Reginald Tambo. O for organize, R for regiments, T for take over. The movement of the people survived all kinds of tragedies, from infiltration to ambush, from ambush to betrayal, from betrayal to resistance, from resistance to resilience, from resilience to power and freedom. Zahara.
Thank you very much, Mzwakhe.
Ready? I'm chatting. Yeah, what you?
Thank you very much, comrades. Could you please take your seats? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dalipunga, Tela Kufa, Madiba, Molumsila, Vela Bambensele, Yem. A global icon, internationally acclaimed.
Nelson Mandela, Tata Madiba, father of the nation. Nelson Mandela, Tata Madiba, father of the nation. Awela makawe, ageko ovana naye. Awela makawe, ageko ovana naye. Imisebenzi yakho iyasimangaza, uyibekile indlu webandla, sonke sisizukufana nawe, uyisibonele emhlabeni wonke, uhlanganisa abamnyama nabamhlophe, wasenza sabanye sohlala
deserve your blessing. Madiba, we shall emulate your values and principles. History demands that we succeed as a nation. History demands that we do not become complacent. History demands that we do not rest on our laurels and work harder. We are duty bound to rise above malice and prejudice. Let reason and wisdom prevail. A chief of Waterkloof tribe, a former amateur boxer, a graduate from Robben Island prison, a lawyer by profession, Madiba, the legendary leader, the first commander of Mkonto Wesizwe, a torchbearer who captured world attention, a trendsetter par excellence, 27 years behind bars in a concrete jungle. Indeed, the long road to freedom, the long walk to freedom.
You're our banner of peace, our pillar of strength, our soldier boots. You're the father of nations, the world's icon. Your name shall live on. Long live Dada Mandela. Sodala Sigotanda, Nelson Mandela. Dada Madiba, you father of the nation. Oh, yes, Mandela. Dada Madiba, Sodala Sigotanda. Sodala Sigotanda, Ageko Fana Nawe. Ikawe la makawe, ikawe la makawe. Ageko Fana Naye. Ikawe la makawe, Ageko Fana. You united to look and rise our rainbow nation. Ageko,
Prison to presidency. The
Ageko.
first black president of a democratic South Africa. Madiba, a catalyst. Madiba, a reconciler. Madiba, a unifier. A unifier who embraces the enemies of our struggle. Love can best be measured by ability to forgive. Madiba, a genius excellent. God was in a happy mood when he created Nelson Mandela through his parents. Long live the resilient spirit of Nelson Mandela. Long live.
Long live.